Struggling to build trust with new patients, or feeling disconnected from the ones you already have? In this video, you'll learn how to create a sense of community inside your practice that boosts trust, retention, and referrals. Now, whether you're a brick and mortar, virtual, or a combination of both. Stick around because I'll walk you through the exact community events and platforms we use to turn one-time patients into long-term advocates, without adding more to my plate. I'm Dr. Zac Watkins, and after testing countless ways to grow our patient base, I found that community, not complexity, is what drives real connection, lasting growth in a functional medicine practice.
I want to talk a little bit about community engagement here. The reason I add this is into generating new clients is that there's a lot to say about community involvement with your practice, with your business, whether online or in person at a brick and mortar. And I found this to be true as well in practice. One of the things that really grew our patient base and practice base is when we held some kind of community involvement. And what I mean by that is bringing all of our like-minded patients and clients together in the same room, whether it was Zoom, in person, and it was just a way for everybody to connect. So for instance, we had detox events that we'd host once a quarter, and they would join us and they'd all come together. We'd have snacks and just kind of a fun time together, and it gave me a chance to talk as the expert. At the same time, it gave everybody else to share their stories, who they were, and I think people like to hear from each other. The other thing that proved this was through IV therapy, IV nutrition. And you may or may not use IV therapy in your practice. We brought that on, but we also tried to hold events. I know there's a lot of like med spas and boutiques out there, the quicker, franchise models of IV therapy and things like that, which can be good. But we wanted to be different, right? So we wanted to say, what can we stand out to be different? We wanted to bring people together more as a community, more like a family. And we saw this with, let's say, our cancer patients. They'd all come in together and they'd get to meet each other. They'd develop friendships. They wrote cards to each other. It was touching. And like women's events, we'd have women's events to come in. We'd pamper them. We'd have massages. We'd have some snacks and maybe talk a little bit about some things. But honestly, a lot of the value was not from me at all. It was more from getting the group together. And I say this should be done online too, if you can. So I think it's another strategy and there's multiple platforms out there, things like Circle, it's called, or School, or GHL, which is kind of what this group is, Go High Level. And these are things that I kind of help our clients work with and build as well. But the point is, I think in this day and age, people are lacking trusting pretty much anything that they find, which is part of why it's hard for us to gain new patients, new clients. And so I think that goes with even our patients and our clients is, can we build a community? Can we put some resources together that lowers that trust barrier and that threshold, if you will? So that way they get to know us as real human beings, real people, how we're honest, we want to help, we want to serve them. So think of ways you can build like a community within your own practice. If you have a practice now and you have patients, think about ways you can get them together. And you may not see a lot of return at first, but it's planting the seeds because they start to just glom on to like-minded people.
Hey, real quick, if you're listening to this and thinking, I need some help building out something like this in my own practice, well, just scroll down and click the first link in the description. You can book a free strategy call with myself or my team, and we're going to take a look at what you are doing now, where you're stuck, and show you exactly how to build a customized care plan that works for both your patients and your business. All right, back to the video.
They become maybe friends on Facebook, and so it just builds a great repertoire and just builds a great presence. Now, if you do online group events, I think a good way to do this as well is to think about kind of maybe what you're the expert in and start telling your community about it, your local, like where you live, and start with your patients, but also spread out from there. Again, it probably won't go fast. You can make it go faster with different paid advertising and things like that to find the people that want to find someone like you. But again, the point is build a place where like-minded people can get together. They can ask questions. They can share wins. They can share frustrations. But I think patients really want to know that there's other people like them, especially in the natural wellness field. You'll notice, and I'm sure you've seen this, where patients, they kind of have this grudge against medicine. They don't listen to me. No one understands me. And I don't get into the whole, I'm not, I'm a fan of medicine. I'm not bad mouthing that, but you can tell that patients and clients are all like-minded. They feed off that, and they like hearing from other people that are frustrated as well, or challenged with their diet, or are pushed lots of medications when they don't want to. So I think, again, you get them together, it builds a like-minded powerhouse group, and then it lets you be the leader in the group, and they start to trust you more. And when you have different events and programs and things you want to address, with their health, they want to listen, they want to engage. Another simple thing you can do if you don't start, like, let's say like a community online, it does take some back end work, but you can just say, look, if I have a patient base, start enrolling people, let's say in your club, in some kind of patient group. And this could be as simple as a newsletter that's sent out every so often. It could be either a Facebook group or other kind of medium that you want to use. Then you could start, what I recommend providers doing is thinking about hosting live Zoom events. This could be twice a month. It could be once a month, but I think it should be like, ask the doctor, ask the provider, ask the specialist, and it gives them access to you without having to pay, basically. But we want to lead with our heart first. We want to lead with value. We want to show people how we can help. And it's a good way to get in front of people, and it saves your time. And when you start calculating your hourly rate, meeting with individual people one at a time gets pretty expensive. So not that we don't want to serve people, it burns you out, and then you're not doing anybody good when you're passed out all the time because you're so tired. So Zoom is a great way to do it too. Just hold Zoom events. Had a couple clients do this successfully. They didn't even know what they were doing. I think to start, jumped in and said, hey, people, I'm getting on a call. Come in. Let's ask questions. Let's have a good time. Maybe it's over lunch hour. I've had providers do happy hour, grab their favorite beverage, just to meet and talk about health, about their concerns, answering questions. Again, give value freely, and it goes a long ways to build trust in your patients. So think about how you can build some kind of community in your practice. If you're new, great. Think about how you can include that maybe in your patient care plans, maybe in your online business or in your brick and mortar business. Hey, actually, we're going to enroll you into our group. And because of that, there's some extra bonuses and perks, which a lot of it includes just meeting other like-minded people. So think about a community. And again, message me if you have questions for more.
Hey, before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video. If you like this one, you're definitely going to like the next video. So click here on the screen, keep going, and I'll see you over there.